Listen to me carefully because this might be the most important thing you'll ever hear in your life. Right now, there's a battle happening inside you. One side wants comfort, Netflix, snacks, scrolling, dopamine hits the easy path. The other side, the side you've been ignoring, wants you to step into the fire. It wants you to wake up early, grind when you're tired, bleed for your goals, suffer now so you can live later, and most of you are losing that battle every single day. I'm not here to motivate you with fake positivity. I'm here to tell you the brutal truth. The life you dream about will not come from chasing pleasure. It will only come when you fall in love with pain, when you learn to embrace suffering like it's your best friend. Pleasure is the biggest lie of our generation. It looks sweet, it feels good, it gives you that short rush of dopamine, but it steals everything from you. The more you chase pleasure, the weaker you get. People think the enemy is pain, stress, or hard work. No, the real enemy is comfort. Comfort is what keeps you average. Comfort is what makes you lazy, fat, broke, invisible. Comfort makes you think you have time when in reality you are running out of it every single day. Pleasure whispers in your ear, relax, you deserve it, take it easy. And you listen because it feels nice in the moment. But every time you give in, you lose a little more of yourself. The truth is, pleasure is addictive. It trains your brain to take the easiest path every time. You want the taste, the hit, the release, so you stop doing the hard things that actually build you. You skip the gym because Netflix feels better. You sleep in because the bed feels nice. You waste hours scrolling because it feels easier than facing your problems. And then you wonder why your life never changes. You wonder why you are stuck in the same cycle of mediocrity. It's because pleasure turned you into its slave. Every man who ever built something great understood this. They knew pleasure was the bait that leads to the trap. They knew the world is full of men who chase cheap dopamine, and that is why the ones who chase pain, the ones who seek challenge, rise above everyone else. If you want to be strong, if you want to win, you must rewire your brain to stop chasing pleasure and start chasing progress. Pleasure cannot be the reward. Progress must be the reward. Discipline must be the reward. Do you know what's more addictive than pleasure? Winning, crushing your goals, looking in the mirror and seeing a man you respect. That feeling beats any night out, any lazy day, any mindless distraction. But you only get to feel that if you reject the easy road. So the next time pleasure calls your name, I want you to remember that it's trying to kill the warrior in you. It's trying to keep you weak and dependent. You must be stronger than the voice that tells you to stay comfortable. Do the hard thing even when you hate it, especially when you hate it. That is how you build power. That is how you break free from the trap. That is how you turn into a man who cannot be controlled, because the world can only control men who are addicted to comfort. Pain never lies to you. It doesn't sugarcoat reality. It doesn't flatter your ego. It doesn't tell you that you're doing enough when you're not. Pain shows you the truth whether you're ready for it or not. When you're weak, pain exposes you. When you quit too early, pain reminds you. When you're out of shape, broke, lazy, or undisciplined, pain is there to shine a mirror in your face and say, "This is who you really are." Most people run from that mirror. They drown it with entertainment, alcohol, scrolling, anything to numb themselves. But the man who learns to look pain in the eyes, who learns to sit with it, learns more about himself than anyone else ever will. Pain is a gift. Most people don't see it that way because they're too focused on avoiding it. They think pain is punishment, when in reality, pain is guidance. Pain is telling you exactly where you need to grow. Your muscles hurt because they're getting stronger. Your heart hurts because it's forcing you to become tougher. Your failures sting because they are pushing you to develop new skills. Pain is like a coach, strict, unforgiving, but always making you better. The problem is, you don't like what it has to say, so you plug your ears and run back to comfort. But greatness is built in pain. The strongest bodies are forged through brutal training. The sharpest minds are shaped by struggle. The most successful men have bled, cried, and suffered more than anyone else. Pain is the price of entry into the life you say you want. You can't cheat it. You can't bypass it. You can't hack it. If you want to earn respect, wealth, freedom, you must pay with pain. You must let pain be your mentor, your guide, your fuel. And here's the beauty of it. Once you stop fearing pain, it loses its power over you. Once you start to seek it, to invite it, you become untouchable. Pain stops being the enemy and becomes your greatest ally. It starts to shape you into a weapon. Every heartbreak becomes a lesson. Every loss becomes fuel. Every rejection becomes a challenge. Life stops breaking you and starts building you. Most men never reach that level because they spend their entire lives hiding from pain. Don't be one of them. Stand still, face it, let it teach you. Pain is not here to destroy you, it's here to make you unstoppable. You just have to be willing to endure it long enough to learn its lesson. And when you do, you will realize that pain was never your enemy, it was the greatest friend you ever had. Every man wants a legendary life, respect, freedom, wealth, power, legacy, but very few are willing to pay the price. They fantasize about being great, but the moment life gets hard, they tap out. The truth is simple. There is no legendary life without legendary suffering. You cannot become exceptional while living like everyone else. The path to greatness is paved with sleepless nights, lonely mornings, broken bones, empty bank accounts, rejection, failure, humiliation, and pain that will make you want to quit 1,000 times. That is the cost. That is the tax life demands, and most men are too cheap to pay it. The world is brutally fair. It will not hand you your dream life because you wished for it. It will not reward you for existing. It rewards the man who bleeds for it, the man who sacrifices for it, the man who is willing to walk through hell and keep moving. The suffering you endure is the down payment for the life you say you want. Every time you endure pain and keep going, you are buying a piece of that future. And the man who suffers the most consistently without giving up ends up owning the entire thing. Suffering is what separates the strong from the weak, the winners from the losers. Weak men look for shortcuts. They try to skip the line. They want results without sacrifice. But you cannot skip suffering. If you dodge it today, it will come back twice as hard tomorrow. If you avoid the pain of discipline now, you will face the pain of regret later, and regret is far heavier. The legendary life belongs to the man who takes suffering willingly, who welcomes it, who uses it as fuel instead of running from it. The suffering will change you. It will strip away your laziness, your excuses, your soft habits. It will force you to rebuild yourself into someone worthy of the life you want. That's why suffering is so valuable, because it doesn't just give you the reward, it gives you the strength to hold on to it. Without suffering, even if life handed you everything you wanted, you wouldn't be able to keep it. You'd blow it all away because you never became the man strong enough to handle it. So when life starts to hurt, don't curse it. Don't cry about it. Smile, because that pain is proof that you're still in the game. That pain is proof that you're still fighting. That pain is the price tag attached to the life you dream about. Pay it in full. Pay it with pride, because when you finally cash out, when you finally stand at the top of the mountain, you will know deep in your soul that you earned every bit of it. The struggle is where you find out who you really are. Anyone can smile when life is easy. Anyone can stay motivated when things are going their way. But who are you when nothing works, when the plan falls apart, when the weight of the world feels like it's crushing your chest? That's the moment that defines you. The struggle is not something to fear, it is the proving ground. The man who falls in love with the struggle becomes unstoppable, because no matter how hard life hits him, he gets back up, ready for more. Most people avoid struggle like it's poison. They want smooth roads, easy wins, instant results, but easy never made anyone strong. Easy never made anyone dangerous. It is the constant struggle that builds unshakable confidence, a sharp mind, and a heart that refuses to quit. Struggle is where discipline is forged, where mental toughness is sharpened, where grit becomes second nature. You don't just survive the struggle, you let it transform you into someone new. You have to rewire your brain to crave the process more than the reward. You have to stop thinking of hard days as punishment and start seeing them as training sessions. Every challenge is another opportunity to sharpen your edge. Every obstacle is another chance to rise above weakness. Every painful moment is a test asking, are you willing to do what most men will not? The man who says yes again and again becomes a force no one can stop. When you fall in love with the struggle, failure stops breaking you. It becomes feedback. Pain stops scaring you. It becomes fuel. Rejection stops humiliating you. It becomes motivation. You stop running from adversity and start running toward it because you know the harder the road, the greater the man it will make you. This mindset is rare, which is why truly great men are rare. Everyone wants the trophy, but few want the training camp. Everyone wants the victory, but few want the fight. If you can learn to enjoy the grind, to smile while sweating, to find pride in pushing through hell, then life can never defeat you. You will be dangerous because you no longer need everything to be perfect in order to move forward. You no longer need motivation, support, or external validation. You just need the struggle because the struggle itself becomes your reward. That is the secret. That is the mindset of champions. Fall in love with the struggle and you will never fear a hard day again. You will stop waiting for life to get easier and start getting stronger instead. And when others crumble under pressure, you will thrive, because the very thing that breaks them is the thing you've trained yourself to crave. Regret is the heaviest pain you will ever carry. It's the pain that doesn't go away, the pain that haunts you at night, the pain that eats you alive when you're old and realize you wasted the one shot you had. Every man thinks he has time. He thinks tomorrow is guaranteed. He thinks one more lazy day won't matter. But one day tomorrow runs out. One day you wake up and it's too late to chase the dreams you kept putting off. And in that moment, the pain of regret will crush you far worse than any struggle, any failure, any hardship you could have faced along the way. You see, pain from discipline is temporary. Waking up early hurts for a few minutes, but it makes you proud the whole day. Training your body burns for an hour, but it makes you strong for a lifetime. Building a business is stressful, but the freedom it gives you lasts forever. Discipline hurts now, but it pays you back with pride, respect, and power. Regret, on the other hand, pays you nothing. It robs you of peace, of confidence, of happiness. It's the ultimate price of procrastination. Most men don't understand this until it's too late. They waste years avoiding discomfort, thinking they're buying happiness. But what they're really buying is future misery. The pain you run from today will return tomorrow with interest. The hard conversation you avoid will cost you relationships. The workout you skip will cost you your health. The risks you don't take will cost you your freedom. Every choice you make is either buying your future or selling it. This is why you must choose discipline now, even when it hurts, especially when it hurts. Discipline is freedom disguised as pain. Every time you say no to pleasure and yes to hard work, you are saving yourself from future regret. You are building a life you can look back on with pride. You are stacking small wins that will one day turn into a big, unshakable legacy. Imagine yourself at 80 years old looking back at your life. Do you want to be the man who says, "I wish I had tried. I wish I had worked harder. I wish I had been braver"? Or do you want to be the man who says, "I gave everything I had, I suffered, I bled, but I lived fully and left nothing on the table"? That choice is being made right now in every action you take. Regret is permanent. Pain is temporary. Choose the temporary pain of discipline and you will never taste the bitterness of regret. Suffer now so you can smile later. Pay the price today so your future self can live free tomorrow. There is no greater gift you can give yourself than the peace of knowing you didn't waste your life. So here we are, you've heard it all. Pleasure is the trap, pain is the teacher, Suffering is the price. The struggle is the path, and regret is the heaviest burden you will ever carry. This is the moment you decide who you will be, not tomorrow, not next week, right now. You can go back to the same life you've been living, comfortable, distracted, safe, soft, or you can step into the fire. You can choose to embrace pain, to seek out the struggle, to live a life of discipline even when it hurts. You can pay the price now and build a future where you never have to taste regret. This is bigger than money, bigger than status, bigger than looking good on social media. This is about becoming the kind of man who looks in the mirror and respects what he sees. A man who is proud of his scars because they are proof that he fought when others quit. The world is full of men who chase comfort, who spend their lives avoiding pain, and they all die the same, miserable and forgotten. But the man who chooses pain, who embraces suffering, who refuses to quit no matter how heavy life becomes, that man cannot be ignored. That man writes his name into history, so stop running, stop hiding, stop waiting for the perfect moment, step forward, embrace the pain, love the process, pay the price, because when you do, you will live a life that few men will ever taste, a life of power, freedom, and unshakable pride. Pursue pain, not pleasure, and watch the world bow to the man you become.